For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable.
Anthony Mackie had an interview with I can't remember off the top of my head.
It was in Italy.
Thank you. It was a
those fucking glasses look like shit.
Goggles.
Goggles.
Stay backstage.
Drink.
Goggles, glasses.
So obviously Anthony Mackie's on press tour because his movie comes out in, whatever it is, 15 more days, 16 more days, something like that. So he was talking about Captain America, the character, and a bunch of other things. And he said a quote and then a follow-up. I'm just going to read it for those of you who are audio listeners out there. So the quote is from Anthony Mackie. Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. So I will say the follow-up after we have a little discussion about that. So I think kind of what happened here after me doing some personal reflecting, and I'll let you guys go, but I think at first, maybe because of where America is right now, this is not a political podcast, any means of that. I think maybe his words got a little taken out of context because maybe he was trying to say he's not rocking with the way America is right now. And everybody's entitled to their own opinion, this, that, and the other thing. But all I'm saying is I think his words got minced because there have been other quotes similar from God damn it,
Captain America,
Chris Evans before, and obviously Captain America in the comics, similar words. So I feel like a lot of it got blown up to be something that maybe it's not, but obviously it's interesting. I'll let you guys go, and then I'll read the follow-up on IG once we...
I tend to agree with you. Like, I think he just said this a little bit not well. I think what he meant to say is not just America. Like, he's also meant for all these other things like dignity and integrity and whatever else. Like, he obviously didn't want to sit there and say like, it's not America. Like, that's not what he was going for. Like, he strikes me as a little bit smarter than that. But I think too. I do think though that he could have been a little bit better coached for the situation, because the first thing I did ask when seeing that was like, was he in another country? Because I think he was saying that to maybe relate to a different country that isn't America. That was kind of like the big thing that I thought at first, and then when you find out they're in Italy, kind of makes a little bit more sense of what he was trying to say. I don't think he said it well. That's my opinion.
Yeah. So I think it's a classic case of thinking before you speak and know exactly what you're trying to say. It's not overall, the message to me was just that he wanted it to be about the man and the characteristics of the superhero. He wanted it to be about the superhero. But to me, this still is that fight of duality between being the superhero and embodying what the suit means. It's the same problem that he has in the film, and now he's having the same problem out of the suit in front of people in live action. At the end of the day, he wanted to be about the man in the suit, but then you should have stayed, the fucking Falcon, bro, because you're wearing the stars and fucking stripes, and you cannot separate that shit. You just can't. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll go next. Let's look at Steve Rogers for a second. Mm-hmm. This man was only pretty much, I guess you can say, a true Captain America in the first Captain America movie. In the next two movies, he was going against the government every which way but one, to the point where he was not even Captain America anymore. He ended up becoming nomad. And even in the comics, he wanted to pass, when the government was coming at him, he was like, okay, I'll drop the mantle. You can give it to somebody else. The first person they wanted to give it to, I think I read, was Nick Fury. He decided to reject it. And then they said, okay, let's go to someone else. Let's go to Sam Wilson. And he was the one that said, okay, I'll take up the mantle of Captain America. So when people are saying that, what Anthony Mackie is saying with the stuff that he's saying right here and everything like that, let's be real here. A lot of the people that have a problem with Anthony Mackie, what he said, already had a problem with him being Captain America anyway. They had a problem going into it. A lot of them wasn't even going to see this movie regardless, but they just needed another reason to not go see it. And this was the one that they found right here. So a lot of the people who are doing this right now are expressing, not saying that everybody is doing it, but from what I've seen so far from the people who are quote unquote outraged, it's a lot of fake outrage in order to garner clicks, views, engagement, and they already went out of their way to misinterpret what he is saying. Because I'm looking at what I had to look at it a couple of times and really listen to it, and then look at the responses people were giving, and I'm like, that's not what he said. But good job on being the spin artist that I know you know how to be. But when I was, like I said, going into this, a lot of people already had their issue with him in this role. They already had a problem with Cap passing the shield off to him at the end of Endgame, even though it's in the comics. He held the mantle of Captain America for a while, but and you know which way I can go with this, but I'm choosing to refrain. I will do that on my channel, and I will do it on my channel because I plan to actually go into more. I actually plan on going more in depth to this the day that the movie comes out.
Yeah,
so it can kind of line up. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people who are doing this right now, they're doing it. They're doing it because they want to have. They need something to be mad at. Now they're saying Anthony Mackie is anti-American. Of course, they threw out there about him being DEI and woke, the bastardized version of woke. They've done that and everything like that. I'm like, y'all know exactly what this man was talking about, but y'all already had it locked in your head. Right. Okay, he said this. Now I'm going to go after him for this. Oh, I'm not going to go watch it. You weren't already going to go watch it, right. So I don't know why you said that.
They literally use this as ammo to just put it in the gun and pull the trigger.
Yep.
Literally. When these are your... Well, I'm gonna say this as a proud Texan and an American.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
America!
Fuck yeah, America!
You don't like America, Captain Boy. No, I don't give a crap. I don't read into all of this crap. I'm gonna go see the stupid movie. I don't give a shit what he says. Leave him alone, and that's it.
Go ahead, Leo. Leo's got Leo.
It's a reason why Leo wanted to. It's a reason Leo wanted to go.
Leo's got stuff. Well, Leo and I had a little debate the other day in a chat with Fatal J. It wasn't. It was spirited though. I think we agreed to disagree on things. It wasn't a. Yeah. Go ahead, Leo. Let him know, bro.
Book. See that? Front cover, back cover.
Never heard of it.
So what's this in a minute?
I read it at fourth grade level.
When Torian said it best, it's all for clicks and views. If you never read a Captain America book, shut the fuck up. Point blank, period. Because you don't know nothing about the character. Yeah. You're thinking about what he said. Steve Rogers, first off, his parents were immigrants. Oh, did you also know that there's a Captain America in every state? Oh, did you also know it's 616 canon? So what the fuck are you talking about? And Steve Rogers himself said worse in the comics. And fucking Chris, whatever the fuck is his name, Chris Evans said the same fucking line.
10 years ago.
Someone actually got his quote. I screenshot it because I'm gonna use it when I have it too. I have his quote.
I have the whole quote too. He said exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not about the stars and stripes. It has never been. Captain America has always hated bullies. Remember when the comic came out? What was going on when Captain America came out?
When the real book came out?
Yes.
The Vietnam War.
People were hailing Hydra.
Yes. Hailing Hydra. So what the fuck are you guys talking about? The reason why they beat them in Stars and Stripes is to bring more pronounced, more light to the troops. Patriotism and the troops. Not even for the troops. It was for the troops. To give them, say, hey, look what he's doing. He's punching out fucking Mustache Boy.
The stash.
Mustache boy is the boss.
Mustache.
Mustache boy is nuts.
That's a hell of a line. That's a
I
hell of a
like
line.
it. I like it though.
See what I'm saying? So if
I like it
you
though.
never read a book and you're judging this man off of one fucking statement that he said, that somebody who played the character said this almost exactly the same fucking thing, what is your beef?
True.
I know what I know what the beef is.
Oh yeah, I know what the beef is. You had it in your
What's
clip.
what's the beef, guys?
My Captain America. It's Hawaii.
There it is. There it is. Thank you,
And
Wendy.
half of the people and all the people that fucking did this.
So is my vision.
Never-
God damn it.
Oh, God.
No, my vision is melanated.
Vision's a brother. You can't change my mind. Can't change my mind.
On a fucking lighter note, man, you guys have never read a comic book and you call yourself a fucking critic of the movies, and the main person that fucking did this, you're a fucking idiot because you admitted that you never seen none of these fucking movies before. You never seen Winter Soldier because you don't know the speech at the end of the fucking Winter Soldier saga. If you want to, you can clip. You can fucking clip it and go watch it.
I do have to say that even I think I messaged you guys this when I didn't like the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, but that what he stated at the end was very like I was like, oh damn, like that actually made me like Anthony Mackie's Cap a lot more, honestly.
Did you see what Isaiah Bradley said?
Yes.
If you see and you've seen the end scene of that Captain America, but obviously all you.
Yep, say it. Say it.
All you people
Say it with
giving
your chest, man.
giving your heart out.
All your people that are judging and talking about this man about wearing the Stars and Stripes. He said it in the movies before in Civil War, and he said it at Endgame, and he said it in Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Chris Evans said it in fucking Captain America: Civil War.
And Captain America said it in the comics.
And he said worse shit in the comics. So all you people that don't know what's in the between the back cover and the front cover, go ahead, keep going.
All right, I'm gonna touch on some of the comments. I'm just gonna keep it out. I'm not going political. Anything that I see that goes too political, I'm not gonna put it on here. Just so everybody knows. I see your comments. I appreciate it.
We have a line.
Yeah, I have a line. I admit he worded. Yeah, well, we could. I admit he worded this wrong. I knew what he meant, but you can't sum up on the internet. The internet wins every time, even if they're wrong. This is kind of the problem, to be honest with you, is that no matter what you say, your words are going to be twisted and minced into a certain way. I'm not saying he meant anything, but like
the problem is discourse garners views.
Exactly. That's the main problem, and also facts still fucking matter. If you're lying, you're fucking lying. If somebody's telling the truth, you're telling the truth. But all you soft ass little don't like.
You should be Captain America, Leo.
He's Captain Mamawana.
Goddamn right.
Captain Mamawana.
I don't have no shield. The shield in a bottle.
Big,
shield in a
no,
bottle.
he does not have a shield. It's a really big chancleta. That's what it is. It's a real big chancleta.
It blocks. It goes like the shield. It kind of like. You throw that shit, it comes right back.
It's like a boomerang.
Like a boomerang and shit. It definitely does.
Like Cap shield goes bong. Chancla goes pop.
Not me designing an emote with Leo holding a chocolate as a shield.
Let's go. AI.
Brother man, I didn't post your first comment, but he said he's got to say it, not other people interpret it. This is the other thing that was tough, is that like people could interpret what he said a certain way. And I think it's just, it sucks for Anthony Mackie because I feel like it's the timing of the quote. That's really what I feel like it is. It's the timing of the quote with everything that's currently going on in the United States of America. It's going to be taken that way for that reason. And it sucks for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really know that he meant it that way looking back on it. And I'm going to, for the audio listeners, I'm going to go back and say the second part of what he said on Instagram after. But let's see here. So he's actually saying America has no dignity or morals. dignity, morals, or respect, integrity, and that's just flat out wrong. Period. I don't think that's what he's saying.
I think it was like a break in the sentence, and he said,
"Yeah."
I think he meant to say like this is what people think he stands for is America, but he also stands for these characteristics and these things.
What
like,
he's
he
saying,
just said it wrong.
What he's saying is that everybody can have these characteristics. It doesn't just have to be a fucking America.
Yeah.
And hey, jackasses, we don't live in America. You're not an American citizen. Look at your fucking constitution. You're gonna get me going on a fucking tangent.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I will admit this though. That suit you guys have on screen is dope. I'll put it back up in a minute. But like Chase said, he should have stayed Falcon. For that reason, for the reason he gave up his identity for an identity we know will always belong to, aka to Steve Rogers. That is part of the problem, but it's also comic accurate that he becomes.
Accurate. Yeah,
it's comic accurate that he becomes Captain America.
That's comic accurate.
That's not Marvel making a change just to make a change. That's actually comic book accurate.
And that's another thing. That's another thing I also have an issue with. You cannot nitpick on what you want to be comic book accurate and what you do not want to be comic book accurate. You have if you say source material, you have to go by the source material, not say the source material and then put an asterisk next to it and say all these stipulations underneath.
Whoa, I didn't mean those books. I meant those books over there. We don't count this one.
We just want the picture.
Put that back in the box.
We just want the pictures. The pictures is what we want. We don't need those words and stuff that have meaning and senses that make sense.
Other man said, "I'm not looking for a reason, but this doesn't help at all. A reason to not go see the movie or to not fucks with Anthony Mackie's Captain America." I don't know what you meant there, but I'm assuming it's one or the other. I think you're looking into it a little too much. That's all I'm saying. I looked into it a little too much. I'm just saying, and that's not me saying that's not me saying, oh, I wasn't going to go see the movie, because I'm just saying, because this was the debate Leo and I kind of had, is that like I just said, damn, the timing seems like it's rough, because I feel like there's going to be a demographic of people that are going to say, I will not go watch this movie now because I misinterpret this quote to mean X, Y, and Z.
Are you kidding?
And that's up to them.
No.
That's up to them.
Them people
got that wrong.
Waiting for this moment.
That's my point. That's my point.
And the thing is, look at the people that are saying those comments.
Like it's bad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
People that are saying this, that are saying these comics, they don't know nothing about comic books.
Listen, all I'm saying is the casual Marvel fan who doesn't know any better and is just, maybe I'll go see this movie because it's coming out and I kind of like Marvel and blah, blah, but now you all of a sudden you read this quote and you go, I don't really know if I fuck with that black guy with the shields. Just call it what it is. I don't really know if I fuck with that. They're gonna be like,
he don't even like America.
That's right. See, that's my point. There's stupidity like that in the world. He's joking, but there's stupidity like that in the world. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Aaron, like I said, I'll add on to what you said. The people who are saying this, they already had a preconceived notion of not wanting to see the movie anyway, for the reason you just gave. But then Anthony Mackie said it, so now instead of them having to say what they really want to say, oh, I'm not going to see this black guy with a shield, now I can cover it up and say it's because he said that.
It's because he said that, right? And that's my point.
And now you can't call me. And now you can't call me racist because I didn't say it. I wasn't saying I didn't say black.
Mm-hmm. That's my point. But either way, in my opinion, even if I'm Disney and I lose those dollars, I probably didn't want those dollars anyway. Let's just be real to begin with. I don't want your fucking dollars. Keep it. It's fine. It is what it is. But Disney does want the dollars at the end of the day.
But we know that, listen, nobody over there wants this to become, the Black Panther of DC.
No, they don't.
They don't want that, especially with a character that is African American playing Captain America. Because let's be clear, the blonde, blue-eyed guy that everybody loved for decades and decades, half century or
years.
So it falls into a lot of categories that in the current social climate, if you want to say it's unpopular, but it's unpopular with certain audiences. So anything that he says that they can twist into something to hate him for is automatically going to get it. Because he said this, because he said that. If you're even remotely intelligent, I think that you get it. He didn't want this to just be about America. It doesn't mean he hated America or he didn't like America or he's not doesn't feel happy to be an African American. He's just saying that this is not just this is about the superhero character. This goes back to my argument about when they started making some of the superhero characters have certain relationships, and I'm like, why does that need to be in a comic? It's supposed to be about the superhero. The superhero world is about good versus evil. It's about finding yourself. It's about people who have ultimate ability, who normally start out on the weak end of the spectrum, and along the way find their power. They find their strength, and then they use it. Some for good, some for bad. And I think that he just was trying to say, like, listen, the message that I'm trying to give out of my character is about strength and loyalty and honesty. It's not about America, not like, the brand America. Not that he's not happy to be American, but, people are going to find what they want to find. We just live in that climate.
That's what it is. That's where we're at right now. That's literally where we're at right now.
People are gonna find this shit in the Frank sandwich, no matter what the fuck you do.
We'll wrap on kind of this and the follow up. So, in my opinion, Cap should have never gave the shield to Bucky or Sam. Also, Thor should have never been fat in Endgame as well. Thor was fat because Thor was fat because he killed Thanos in Infinity War, and they needed to power him down, so they made him fat. That's literally what that was. Can't convince me otherwise. The second part of it, they were never going to give the shield to Bucky because of how they portrayed him in the MCU and killing Tony's parents. He was never going to get the shield. You could never tell that rebound story.
It happened in the comics.
Which one, Sam or Bucky? Or both, didn't they? Both did.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, they both did.
They both did. But I feel like the MCU was never going to make it Bucky because of everything that happened with Iron Man's parents. And they were never going to do that.
Because he has too much blood in his
legend. Too much blood in the right. So they said, We'll go Sam. He's the
and guess what? Did it happen in the comics?
Yeah. That's the same thing from the comics, right? Bucky did do that in the comics.
It's a comic.
Yes,
he did, right? That's what I was gonna say. It's from the comics.
What's a
right?
comic?
Yeah.
Bucky killing Iron Man's parents.
I will also say he followed up on Instagram after. I'm a proud American taking the shield of a hero like Cap is an honor of a lifetime. I have the utmost respect for those who serve and have served our country. Cap has universal characteristics that people all over the world can relate to. Yeah.
That's what he's going for. The all over
pretty
the
much
world
that's what he was trying to say.
100%.
That's what he should have said first. But
right. That's the problem. He felt the need
but
to follow up.
The thing is, they like to dumb it down, and the man can't say what the fuck he wants to say when he wants to say.
I'm actually glad he said the first part first because now he exposed everyone's true colors. He said, he's like, why present this fakeness to me? I want to see the real you, and you just presented the real me.
But meanwhile,
to you
Chris
when
Evans
I
said the same fucking thing. You ain't go at him for that, did you? I ain't see no fucking outrage. America's ass.
He should not be called Captain America. He should be named Captain Good.
Mackie just turned to whoever is on his left and said, watch this.
I even saw people troll. I even saw people go as far as to troll that says, why not just give the shield to John Walker? I said, excuse me?
I beg your pardon.
Do you see how unhinged this dude is and you want him?
You see what he did to that person with the shield?
With the shield?
And he had it for 5 minutes. He just got that thing. The first thing he do was put blood on it, bro.
Right. And went in with it.
But if I know it.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a couple more comments here. We'll wrap it up on this. I feel these films shouldn't be used to push political agendas or agendas or any agenda. Just give people a good comic movie fans can enjoy. Captain America represents the ideal to strive for.
I get it.
That's kind of where I went as well, where I was just kind of like, I get it, but at the same point in time, like for money wise.
Wait.
The problem is Captain America is over time more of a political thing because of his history.
I'm sorry, every comic book,
they do. There's little hints of it all over the place, exactly. Whether you read into it or not.
X-Men is a major one.
X-Men is huge.
Is a huge one.
That's very
Black
true.
Panther,
Guardians
of the Galaxy. Hey,
very, very true. Yeah, very, very true.
Captain America's parents were Irish immigrants.
Yep. It happened in the comics, but the writers don't read the comics. That's
But they still got it right.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
they
maybe
still got it right,
earlier.
though. I wonder how that worked.
Let's see here. It's like Superman, who's supposed to be the symbol of hope, but in all the Snyderverse, he was humanized and dark, which isn't what he's meant to represent.
Him killing
Did
Zod
it,
was
Gran
a choice.
Torino. Gran Torino. Did it happen in the comics?
Did he kill Zod in the comics though?
Did he kill Zod? Actually, I don't know that. I don't. I genuinely don't know that.
Seriously
I
asking
genuinely
you,
don't
did
know
he
that. I
snap
genuinely don't know
Zod's
that.
neck in the comic?
Yes. He killed
did he?
Zod.
Nice, love that. There you go. So that the more you know.